I'm fucking pissed, and here's why. So some time ago I made a video about a chick named beabadoobee who thought NBA YoungBoy shooting lasers out of his eyes while exhaling fire and singing opera was incelish stuff. All these guys who spread it are incels. If you made it, you're an incel, blah blah blah. Even though the meme is just baseline satire, it's irony. It just makes her a good artist. It doesn't break her down. It puts her on a pedestal. This leads into this chick named Dochi. I'm gonna take a guts to the soup burns. You know, soup burns. And if she's not doing that noise, the wechi, the dochi or whatever, if she's not doing that, she likes to do this. What you think with all the money she has, she'd fucking afford an inhaler, right? So not only that, she keeps making that annoying noise. And I gotta ask this question, right? When that annoying noise comes on in her music, because she does this in more than one song, what does it say on the lyric page if you put on subtitles? Does it say inhale, exhale, parentheses, hyperventilate? Does it say just get lightheaded? Like, what the fuck does it say? Genuine question. Like, how do you do that? Right? And do you skip that part of the song? Because that's a majority of her new song called Anxiety. And that part sucks too. But she made an ignorant comment. She stated that being a straight man is a red flag. Oh, I as a straight man am a red flag. Heterosexual men are red flags. Which I gotta be honest, it's just an ignorant comment. That didn't move me nothing. You know what I'm saying? That didn't do nothing for me. It's an ignorant comment. I make ignorant comments all the time, so that really didn't bother me. But you know what did bother me? There was an entire movement. I found out about this, right? There was a movement called Kill All Men that's getting dug up. And here's the thing. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. For YouTube monetization reasons, it's called Unalive All Men. It's called Kill All Men. Which is fucked up, right? Because it's like these chicks that are trauma dumping online. They're like, 26 years ago, this happened to me. Hashtag Kill All Men. And it's like, I don't know if you know this lady, but 26 years ago, I wasn't even fucking born, right? That's for one. And for two, do you think like all men conspire together? Like all 4 billion men or 5 billion? I don't even know what the number is at this point. Because y'all won't stop fucking each other. But there's so many men. You think we all like go to Antarctica in the middle of the night? Which can't be possible because, you know, time zones. But let's just say this. We all get into this one big building that can fit 4 to 5 billion. Half the human population. We all just sit there reminiscing about how we mistreat fucking women. And we just sit there playing poker, cigars, and whiskey. It's not happening. Right? It's not happening. No. You're delusional. Right? Delusional. Absolutely deluded. And it's crazy. And then you got these chicks that are like, oh, but we have to make it radical because it's to get your attention. Which, again, if that hashtag, kill all men, is to get the attention of men, well, I got this to say. Kill all Latinas with big fat asses. Kill all Latina baddies with big fat asses. Let's see if that shit works, okay? I'm not going to put all my money on that one, but hey, if it works, it works. But here's the next point I want to go ahead and forward. It's the idea that it's like, okay, I don't mind the ignorant comment, but an ignorant movement, come on, dude. Like, what the fuck is that? Why am I, as a man, you know, being told I should get killed? Like, what is this? Are women gonna start knocking at doors and we're gonna be like, are there any men in there? And I walk out, it's like, are you a man? Khakis. And I just get bonked in the fucking head, and that's it. I just get pulled out into some trench and get bled like a pig. What is that? What is this? I just don't get it. Right? Because if I were to make a video about all the horrible things that women have done to me, it'd be like 26 minutes, guys. It wouldn't be that long, but those 26 minutes sucked. Some of the worst 26 minutes of my life. Right? This is one time I got really drunk, and I don't want to talk about what happened to me. It's not, it won't be a long video. It won't be too much of a long video, but man, it sucked. Yeah, I thought about it. You know what? It would have been 40 hours. I'm just going to say 40 hours for argument's sake. But there's another thing where it's like apparently some people are gatekeeping the conversation based upon what kind of traumas happened to you. And now people are like, you know what I'm talking about? Like they call, I guess we call it trauma scaling or trauma ranking, where you can't have a certain opinion if you haven't went through enough of trauma. Which I do want to say this, which I want to forward this. I think it's pretty silly what people are doing. Like, here's what I'm going to say. Hey, yo, if you're alive and you have a pulse, pain is guaranteed. Nobody on earth is alive and hasn't went through pain. Even if you think of some like little fucking white kid named like Prince Wellington III or some shit, he's went through some pain. Probably not onto your degree, but everybody is, pain is guaranteed. If you are living, pain is guaranteed. Loss is guaranteed. It's gonna happen, right? You can't run away from it. It's inevitable. You're gonna have to go through something at some point. It's just what it is. So this idea that it's like you're all alone and now we gotta go ahead and have like, you know, we gotta sit there with like trauma swords and fight each other. My trauma's more than your trauma. Cling, 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 cling. which I've been through a lot of shit that I'm not willing to share, for obvious reasons. No offense, it's none of your fucking business. But at the same point in time, it's like, I would say majority of people watching this video, you've been through something horrible. We've been through something horrible. Whether you're man or woman, it's just what comes with life. And that's the unfortunate circumstance. That's just what comes with the gift of life. What comes with the gift of life is the guarantee that you're going to go through some hell. That's just what it is. Now, how bad is it? How severe is it? I don't know. Because everybody's different. Everybody is different. You could have it all and then have nothing. You could have nothing and then have it all. You never know. That's what makes us the individual. But this idea that it's just like kill all men, I think that's quite fucking stinky. I don't like that. Yeah, that was the first time I was like, ooh. If it was like a joke, I wouldn't mind. But these chicks were genuinely pissed. And to them, I gotta say, I feel bad for the stuff that happened to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and, this, that, or the third. It's horrible. Horrible stuff, but you're not alone. And then it's like, oh, but men always do it. Men always do it. Which... you could take that shit with you, something like $15.99. I hate to forward this, point, but at the end of the day, it's not men, it's just a human thing. I mean, how many teachers in the past couple of years, it feels like every other week where some teacher gets arrested for doing something inappropriate with one of her students, right? It was like every other week this was happening for the past couple of fucking years. And then now you gotta beg the question, how many times has this not been reported? You know what I'm saying? And that goes for women as well. How many times have women been assaulted and it hasn't been reported? Not everything's going to get reported on. But to me, it's just, again, the unfortunate circumstance. And you can't go ahead and say that an entire group of people are bad because you've been mistreated by a couple of people who are part of that group, especially when it's half the human population. It's like, damn, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck did I do? I didn't do nothing. I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest. I'm like, yo, man. Like, kill all men. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I just thought that was quite silly because it was like back in 1999 as a bitch. I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even here. I wasn't even in my dad's nuts. I just wasn't there. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck you want me to do? I feel bad for you. And here's another thing I do want to say. I think some people are just going too crazy with it. And what I mean by that is this. Is like, do you understand? Let me tell you this. As a dude who creates videos for the past 10 plus years... You gotta understand, when these people put that shit online, you know that they prop up their phone camera and they cry and record themselves, and you know that shit wasn't done on their first take. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they upload online was like take like number 28 or 29. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'd be sitting there with the phone. Oh, I didn't like that snort. Delete. Okay. The snort happened again. Delete. Let's get some sniffles. You know what I'm saying? They get the sniffles in there. They record it, they sit there, they put, you gotta put a text on top of it, you gotta put a text on the bottom, you gotta write the caption to give context, you gotta put hashtag for you page, hashtag FYP, hashtag this, hashtag that, hashtag kill all men, this, that, and the third, publish, put the bitch in HD, I'm not sure if I clarified even more filters, this, that, and the third, press publish, wait for it, it's good, and it's like, oh, come on, man, what the fuck? That's not cool, man. That's not cool. And I'm not saying you can't be open about the trauma and the shit you go through. I just think that there's a time and a place for it. And I don't think making a video with a black and white filter online of you crying, sniffling, and having schmuggles coming down your nose is an appropriate thing to do. I don't think that's a great way to handle that situation. I think going to someone that you trust and love, is the better way. And if you don't have anybody in your life who you trust and love with that type of information, I gotta be honest, I'm still gonna fight that point. Don't put that shit online. Don't put that shit online. And I'm not saying that just because not only because it's cringe and it's kind of fucking silly that you would record yourself doing something like that, but dude, listen, there's always gonna be fish waiting to bite. You know what I'm saying? You put that shit out there, oh, they're gonna be like, oh, so what's what happened to you? I don't know. You're gonna get like 6-7 accounts hitting you up talking about hey. It's like, oh, what the fuck? That's how people are. So you gotta protect yourself on that degree. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gotta look out for yourself. So there's also that. There's so many reasons why you shouldn't do something like that. And protecting yourself and and there's always gonna be people where if it did happen, it'll just be assholes. That's just what it is. So with that being said, that's my thoughts. Yo, gotta do a video on Kanye coming up. This is gonna be more like this now. Gotta do a video on Kanye. His album, this thing called Bully. It's his album, man. Yay, his new album, Bully, which I think is pretty stupid that I'm gonna be honest that he's releasing like early. This is version 1 and version 2. Like, just release it. Don't release it. It's what, to get public opinion so you can edit it. Come on, that comes off like you're insecure of your skill. All right, gotta do a video on him. But I'm gonna catch y'all later. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna live stream tonight. Blah blah blah. This, that, and the third. I'm your boy Cole Raven. For anybody who thinks I should die for being a man, 2 thumbs down. Thumb up. Peace.